about me, he already said I'm from San Francisco, but originally was born in Fayetteville, Arkansas, which means that I am half poor white trash. So when I was born, my mom filled out the birth certificate, handed it to the nurse, and she handed it right back to her and said, "Oh, please don't do that to your child." My name is Elektra. I should have said that, sorry. And so being half white trash, sometimes I get a little insecure being here in the Californias because as a Southern white trasher, people don't believe me a lot, so I would like to keep a tally, and maybe y'all can help me because I'm really bad at math. Okay, so I wanted to start the tally off now with my mom, who I learned so much from. Without her, I might have a stable career, a mortgage to a home, a high school diploma. Don't get me wrong, I do have my GED. I got it eventually, and I love when people ask me when I graduated versus how old I am, because I always sound 10 years younger. So I want you to know that I'm really proud of this part of myself, though. It's made me super resourceful. It's made me a garbage can and not a garbage cannot. Okay, so here's the first word of advice my mom gave me, right? She says, all right, so when the cashier hands you the receipt, you just ball it right up and you put it in your purse. That way you can find it easier later. That made a lot of sense to me. But this one, though, is how to pay off your credit card. You take multiple out, and you pay off each one with each other. And here, this is my favorite part, though. They'll never know. And then the third one, how to eat. All right. So you take a sip of your Mountain Dew after each bite of a fried food. That way the carbonation will break down the fats and the oils, and you can digest it better. And I said, "No, that makes sense too." Of course, so there's a lot of secrets on my mom's side of the family. I wonder why. So I used to have this reoccurring dream where I was going in and out of a tent, in and out of a tent. I asked my mom about this one day. She's like, "Oh, we just went camping a lot when you were a kid." And I said, "Okay." And so I was hanging out with my aunt, though, and she's different from my mom. Maybe it's because they have different dads. Is anybody keeping track of the tally, by the way? I should be at like 100 points by now. So she's a little bit more honest than my mom, and I was asking her about this dream, and she said, "Oh, that must be because you lived in a tent for the first year of your life." And I was like, "Oh, that's kind of sad. Must be why I like sitting inside sections at restaurants than outside." And this is going to rack up a lot of white trash points. Let me tell you, I didn't even have to remember that. But enduringly, my grandmother is the holder of all of these tropes. I'm very proud of her. The higher the hair, the closer to Jesus. She loved Dolly Parton. She taught herself the banjo because of her. She built her own house with a man who was 20 years younger than her. She got a goat, and she was Miss Piggly Wiggly 1963. Give it up for Tanya. She changed her last name so many times I can't remember it. Married 5 times. But I'd like to close out the tally right now. Because there's more, but I'm just running out of time, and there's not enough time in the day. So we're going to close out. I need your help with the math here, okay? So you've already been wondering, Arkansas plus white trash. Yes, so my grandma plus her first cousin equals, they'll never know.